What's going on everybody? This is Taka from Regional Food Japan. In this video, I'd like to show you how to make ramen noodles from scratch. Noodle making is definitely one of the highlights of ramen crafting. Once you know how to get it done right, that will help you improve your ramen skills and enhance the quality of your ramen. For everybody who's watching this video, I've run several tests and found my best approach for now that I'd like to share with you today. So let's get started. Right, here's what you need for the noodles. It's actually really simple what you need. Here's the flour, water, cornstarch, salt, and kansui. Let me talk about flour first. As you know, there's a bunch of different types of flour: cake flour, all-purpose flour, strong flour, corn flour, and so on. But the question is, which one is the most suitable for ramen? The answer is strong flour, such as bread flour or pasta flour, because the high amount of gluten gives the noodles excellent bouncy texture. In Japan, strong flour refers to the kind of flour with over 11.5% protein. My flour, by the way, is from Hokkaido and contains approximately 12.5% protein, which makes it perfect for noodle making. Now I'll talk about kansui. Kansui is an alkaline solution made mainly from sodium carbonate and potassium carbonate. It's an essential ingredient in ramen noodles, giving them their characteristic yellow color, springy texture, and distinctive chewy bite. It usually comes in powder like this and is available at Asian grocer or EC sites. Now let's move on to the actual preparation. This time I'm using 440 grams of the flour, which makes about 5 servings. Now we're gonna sift the flour twice through a sieve. Whether you do it or not makes a huge difference when you add water later. Now I got myself 154 ml of cold water, which is 35% water based on flour weight, and add 4.4 grams each of salt and kansui, which is 1% ratio to flour weight. The more water you add, the silkier and softer the noodles get, so you can test out different ratios of water to find the right texture for you. What I don't recommend is going less than 35% hydration at home unless you've got a proper commercial noodle machine. Otherwise the dough is too tough and you probably end up destroying your pasta machine. Now mix well until the salt and kansui are completely dissolved. Now the most important step, adding the kansui water. We're gonna add the water in 3 times. And first, add half of the water. Shake well in a circular motion instead of touching the flour immediately. There's 2 reasons for this. First, it helps distribute the water evenly. Second, you can avoid direct contact with the water, which causes clumpy dough. Now stir quickly using your fingers like this. Add half of the remaining water and repeat the same process. Add the rest of the water and repeat the same steps. As you can see, the flour is turning into crumbles. That's what you want to achieve. At this point, start rubbing the crumbles like this. Keep doing this for a few minutes. This helps the flour form gluten. Now it looks good. If you squeeze the dough and it crumbles like this, it's ready for the next step. Put the crumbles into a 6-liter freezer bag. Now press it with your hands for about 3 minutes. Try to make it as evenly flat as possible. At this point, we're gonna let the dough rest for half an hour. Alright, 30 minutes have passed. Now we're gonna knead the dough with our feet. This allows us to apply even pressure without overworking the dough. Put that into a plastic bag, just in case the freezer bag breaks open. Partially open the freezer bag to let the air escape while kneading. We'll knead the dough for a total of 4 rounds, folding it in half between each round. Each round takes about 4 minutes. Make sure to apply your weight evenly across the entire dough. This process strengthens the gluten network, making the dough chewier and more elastic. And yes, it's a great workout too. I'm actually sweating doing this. Now the first round is done, so fold the dough in half. Put it back into the bag and knead it again for another 4 minutes. The second round is complete. Let's fold the dough in half again and repeat the same kneading process. Okay, let's fold the dough one last time. Now we are ready for the final round of kneading. After completing all 4 rounds, let the dough rest for 2 hours. This allows the gluten network to stabilize, making the dough easier to roll out with a pasta machine. It's been 2 hours now and it's time to roll out the dough. To start, cut the dough in half lengthwise so it can fit through the pasta machine. Set the pasta machine to level 1, the thickest setting, and run the dough through once. Now fold the dough in half widthwise and run it through the pasta machine again. This helps create a more uniform gluten network, resulting in firmer noodles. After this, run the dough through the pasta machine twice at each setting from level 2 to level 7. It's time to cut the dough into noodles. I recommend using the 1.5mm cutting attachment for standard thickness noodles. When the dough is about halfway through the cutting attachment, use scissors to cut the noodles. Then run the rest through. Immediately after cutting, dust the noodles with cornstarch to prevent them from sticking together. Now weigh out about 115 grams of noodles per serving. This is totally optional, but if you prefer wavy noodles, gently scrunch them to create random waves. This helps the noodles pick up more broth. Alright, our noodles are finally done. Look at these beautiful wavy ramen noodles. Once cooked, they have a perfectly firm, springy texture. You can cook them right away, but I highly recommend wrapping each portion individually and letting them rest in the fridge for 24 hours. This gives the noodles an even better texture and flavor. Now let's do a taste test. This time I'm going to cook one portion right away without letting it rest and see how it turns out. Cook them in plenty of boiling water for 1.5 minutes. Now let me show you how to make a quick and easy abura soba. Abura soba is a brothless ramen dish tossed with a savory sauce and aromatic oil. Pour in some homemade all-purpose ramen sauce, which I'm gonna show you how to make in my next video. A dash of umami powder, a few sprinkles of garlic powder, some black pepper, a dash of sesame oil. And finally, add the noodles and toss them in the sauce. let me try that. Okay, they're very bouncy and chewy, they have the right al dente texture, they're very nice. Alright, that's it for this video. I really hope you found it helpful, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.